The return of Grandmacore. How to create a timeless and cozy home aesthetic. Introduction. Grandmacore is a revival of the cozy, nostalgic aesthetics inspired by our grandmothers' homes. It blends vintage furniture, floral textiles, warm lighting, and sentimental decor to create a timeless, inviting atmosphere. This aesthetic embraces imperfections, making homes feel personal and full of character. Today we'll explore 10 ways to bring Grandmacore into your space. Whether you live in a modern apartment or a historic house, Grandmacore can be adapted to fit your lifestyle. By incorporating layered textiles, antique finds, and sentimental objects, you can create a space that feels warm and familiar. This guide will walk you through each step, from choosing the right colors to curating decorative accents that tell a story. Pro tip: start with small changes, like adding a vintage lamp or floral curtains, before fully transforming your space. 1. Choosing the perfect Grandmacore color palette. The foundation of Grandmacore is a warm and nostalgic color palette. Soft pastels, muted earth tones, and floral prints set the mood for a cozy atmosphere. Start with a base of cream, beige, or antique white for walls, then layer in soft blues, olive greens, and dusty roses for depth. Patterns like faded florals or gingham add charm without overwhelming the space. To achieve balance, mix warm and cool tones for a natural, time-worn feel. Wooden furniture, brass accents, and vintage textiles in warm hues will enhance the overall aesthetic. Consider painting furniture in soft pastels or distressing wood for a weathered look. The goal is to create a palette that feels lived in and effortlessly charming. Pro tip: use thrifted fabric swatches or vintage wallpaper samples to test colors before committing to a full makeover. Two, thrifting and repurposing vintage furniture. One of the best ways to embrace Grandmacore is by incorporating vintage furniture. Thrift stores, flea markets, and estate sales are goldmines for timeless pieces. Look for solid wood dressers, farmhouse tables, and floral upholstered armchairs. Don't worry about scratches or wear. These imperfections add character and tell a story. If a piece doesn't match your vision, consider refinishing it. A fresh coat of chalk paint, new vintage-style knobs, or a lace runner can transform an old item into a statement piece. Mixing different eras and styles keeps the space feeling curated, rather than outdated. Prioritize comfort and quality over trends to maintain an authentic look. Pro tip: always check second-hand furniture for sturdy craftsmanship. Older pieces are often built to last longer than modern alternatives. Three, layering textiles for a cozy and lived-in feel. Textiles are the heart of Grandmacore, adding softness and warmth to any space. Start by layering crocheted blankets over vintage armchairs, placing lace doilies on wooden tables, and draping floral quilts over beds. Mixing different textures such as velvet, linen, and cotton creates a cozy and inviting atmosphere. Rugs also play a big role in this aesthetic. Persian, braided, or floral area rugs help define spaces and add warmth underfoot. Don't be afraid to layer smaller rugs over larger ones for a well-loved look. Choose soft, faded tones to maintain the vintage charm while keeping the space balanced and harmonious. Pro tip: Incorporate handmade elements like embroidered pillowcases or knitted throws to enhance the nostalgic feel. Four, creating a soft and warm lighting atmosphere. Harsh lighting can disrupt the cozy ambience, so opt for soft, warm lights. Vintage-style table lamps with warm-toned bulbs create a golden glow. Add fairy lights to bookshelves, hang pendant lights with floral shades, and use candles for an intimate, flickering light. This layering of light sources ensures a welcoming and relaxed atmosphere. Candlelight plays a key role in Grandmacore aesthetics. Place taper candles in vintage brass holders or display scented candles in antique jars. If you prefer a safer option, battery-operated candles provide the same effect without the fire hazard. The goal is to create a gentle, diffused lighting scheme that enhances the space's warmth. Pro tip: use dimmable bulbs or lampshades with soft fabrics to control the brightness and create a calming environment. Five, decorating with heirlooms and sentimental pieces. Personal touches bring authenticity to the Grandmacore aesthetic. Display family heirlooms like vintage teacups, framed handwritten recipes, or antique clocks. Sentimental decor, such as old love letters or crochet doilies from loved ones, adds a sense of history to the space. These meaningful items make a house feel like home. Thrifted or flea market finds can also carry sentimental value. Old books with handwritten notes, vintage mirrors with delicate carvings, or faded postcards create a timeless charm. Arrange these items on shelves, mantels, or side tables to infuse your home with personality and nostalgia. Pro tip: mix old and new by framing sentimental keepsakes in modern frames for a fresh yet nostalgic display. Six, bringing nature indoors with plants and flowers. Natural elements breathe life into any Grandmacore space. Fresh flowers in vintage vases, dried lavender bundles, and potted plants in ceramic pots add softness and color. Herbs like rosemary and thyme bring in a fresh, aromatic quality. Even a simple bouquet of daisies or roses can brighten up a room. Consider seasonal changes when decorating with nature. In the fall, dried wheat and cinnamon sticks add warmth, while in spring, fresh lilacs and wildflowers create a refreshing vibe. Arrange flowers in mismatched glass jars or classic porcelain pitchers for an authentic rustic look. Pro tip: press flowers from your garden and frame them for a timeless botanical touch. Seven, setting up a charming and functional vintage kitchen. A Grandmacore kitchen is both functional and charming. Open shelves with stacked ceramic plates, glass jars filled with baking ingredients, and embroidered tea towels create an old-world feel. Opt for classic kitchen essentials like cast-iron pans, enamelware, and wooden utensils. This setup not only looks inviting, but also makes cooking a nostalgic experience. Decorate with handmade elements like a floral apron hanging on the wall or a vintage bread box on the counter. Store herbs in ceramic pots, and keep a fresh loaf of bread under a lace-draped basket. Small, thoughtful details will bring warmth and personality to your kitchen while keeping it practical. Pro tip: displaying a well-loved recipe book or handwritten family recipes enhances the cozy, nostalgic feel. Eight, curating a Grandmacore-inspired bookshelf and display. A well-curated bookshelf is a key element of Grandmacore decor. Arrange vintage hardcover books with faded spines alongside decorative trinkets like porcelain figurines, old postcards, or lace doilies. Mix vertical and horizontal stacks to create depth, and use bookends with classic motifs like brass birds or floral carvings. Add warmth by draping a soft lace cloth over part of the shelf or incorporating dim fairy lights. Framed botanical prints, scented candles, or a small vase of dried flowers can enhance the nostalgic aesthetic. The goal is to create a display that feels cozy, personal, and reflective of a love for timeless literature and decor. Pro tip: incorporate handwritten notes or pressed flowers inside old books for a charming, sentimental surprise. Nine, adding whimsical and handmade details. Handmade elements bring a unique and personal touch to a Grandmacore home. Embroidered pillowcases, hand-knitted blankets, and DIY pressed flower frames add whimsy and warmth. Repurpose old fabric scraps into patchwork cushions or create delicate lace bunting for a vintage-inspired atmosphere. These little details make a space feel truly special. Don't be afraid to experiment with DIY projects. A hand-painted teacup planter, a cross-stitched wall hanging, or a decoupaged wooden box can become statement pieces. These personal creations not only add charm but also tell a story, making your home feel curated and full of character. Pro tip: swap mass-produced decor for items made by local artisans or handmade with love for a truly authentic touch. Making Grandmacore work for your personal style is not a one-size-fits-all aesthetic. While it draws from vintage inspiration, you can tailor it to reflect your unique personality. If you love a minimalist look, incorporate Grandmacore elements subtly. Think a single antique lamp, floral dishware, or a crocheted throw. If you prefer a maximalist style, embrace layered patterns, rich textures, and an eclectic mix of heirlooms. Color choices also play a role in making Grandmacore fit your taste. Soft pastels and muted tones create a romantic, airy feel, while deeper hues like burgundy and forest green add drama and coziness. Mix and match pieces that resonate with you, whether it's a family quilt, a thrifted teacup collection, or a vintage-inspired wallpaper. The goal is to make your space feel authentically yours while still embracing Grandmacore's charm. Pro tip: don't be afraid to blend Grandmacore with other aesthetics. Mixing it with cottagecore, boho, or even modern elements can create a unique and personal look.